And thanks for joining us here on CBS News 24/7. I'm Lindsay Reiser, and we are following breaking news out of New Orleans. At least 10 people are dead and dozens more injured after city officials say a man intentionally drove a pickup truck into a crowd of people. This happened on the world-famous Bourbon Street overnight as people were celebrating the new year. It was around 3:15 in the morning local time. Officials say the man drove around barricades and hurtled down the street in very intentional behavior before opening fire on police officers. 2 officers were hit by gunfire. They are in stable condition in the hospital. CBS News has learned the suspect is dead, shot and killed by police. Officials say a long gun was recovered from the scene, and according to an investigative reporter with our affiliate WWL, it had a silencer, or more specifically a suppressive device attached to it. Several potential explosive devices were also recovered near the scene and are being analyzed. The FBI is investigating this as a terrorist attack, and 2 sources familiar with the investigation tell CBS News the deceased suspect was wearing body armor. The truck that plowed through that crowd appeared to be flying a large black flag from the rear bumper, according to CBS News reviews of images. And law enforcement sources tell CBS News that investigators are looking into whether the flag is an ISIS flag or possibly tied to another foreign terror organization. Anna Schechter joins us now in Studio 57. She's a senior coordinating producer for our CBS News Crime and Public Safety Unit. What is the latest you're learning about the suspect?
The latest we can report the name of the suspect that investigators have homed in on. His name is Shamsud Din Jabbar, 42 years old, a U.S. citizen, resident of Texas. There are previous criminal record, including theft and driving with a suspended license. So we're starting to piece together the profile of the man who carried out this attack at this time. So chilling. It does appear that this person took some time to prepare for this, prepared the vehicle. It looks like there was a flag. Investigators are saying they're investigating whether it's an ISIS flag or possibly another terror group, foreign terror group's flag.
Did this vehicle belong to the suspect?
It seems the vehicle was obtained through like a rideshare app program in Texas. So it was like a rented vehicle. So that's what we know at this time, not necessarily belonging to Din Jabbar, but that the vehicle was rented in Texas and then driven to New Orleans to carry out this attack. He was wearing tactical gear. We have a photo of him after he was killed by police, gunfire, and he's wearing like camouflage pants, tactical gear. According to law enforcement sources, the long gun that he had a device that acts as a silencer. So all of this points to premeditation and a will to carry out an attack that would inflict as much carnage as possible.
And this suspect did open fire when that truck stopped, right? What can you tell us about that?
That's right. So as the truck was ramming through people, the suspect opened fired. Police then engaged in gunfire. He shot 2 police officers. 2 are in the hospital recovering. Hopefully we'll make a full recovery. And then he was shot and killed by law enforcement.
I don't know if it's clear or not, but was the suspect shooting while the vehicle was still in motion?
Our sourcing indicates that it possibly was, that they're looking at that, whether while he was plowing through is the term that they used, plowing through this crowd of people. There were dozens of people there out and about. It was New Year's Eve or just after New Year's in the early hours of the morning. That's why there are dozens of people injured. So this individual chose this specific place and time in part because there would be a crowd of people reveling over New Year's Eve.
What do we know about the barricades? You had spoken with a local official about a project that was being undertaken ahead of the Super Bowl in February.
That's right. They were right in the middle of a transition period to better protect, ironically, pedestrians on Bourbon Street. They were switching over to stainless steel, what they call as bollards, kind of barricades that allow for people to walk through them, but they could also be removed when the street is opened for traffic. So overnight, and we're still trying to pin down the details exactly what was going on there. But what officials say is that he was able to drive around the temporary barricades that were put in place because the old ones were removed. This was a project that began in November and was supposed to be completed in February, just in time for the Super Bowl when they were expecting more crowds there. So that is certainly an area of investigation. And did the suspect exploit this potential weakness in the system, and might more lives have been saved had there been larger and more stable structures in place?
So sad, because after the vehicle plowed through the Christmas market in Magdeburg, Germany on December 20th, we were talking about how, they had barricades, but these events, they're not foolproof, that somebody with a will can find a way to get in and inflict the most damage as possible. What are the next steps in this investigation? What questions are you asking?
Well, we've jumped over a big hurdle in identifying the suspect. Of course, motive is key right now. Investigators are piecing together a timeline exactly when the suspect obtained the vehicle and his driving route. How did he drive through? They're looking at his prior criminal record. And of course, did he act alone or not? Was he aided by anything? Our sources have told us they're looking at whether the owner of the vehicle knew of his plans. That's unclear at this time. But of course, they're asking those questions. They're asking about his online activity and any communication with foreign terror organizations. Was he inspired by, or was he connected to them in any way? Of course, lone wolves here in the United States can be inspired by these bigger ideas. And in the past, this has happened, Al-Qaeda and ISIS, with or without communication from a known member of that group. So they can just be inspired by the idea. So investigators are looking at that. They're looking at his online footprint. They're looking at threats. They're looking at writings, messages of intent, and were there red flags along the way?
Yeah, man, it's crazy stuff's going on. And also there's been footage that before the ramming, they said this footage reportedly shows that multiple people planted a potential explosive device before the fatal Bourbon Street terrorist attack. So yeah, man, this is very, very serious. So still be investigated and everything, and FBI are doing the best of their job about what type of organization we was in, and likely possibly will be, which is a terrorist attack. So go ahead, King, man. What's your take?
I want to start off with this. Jordan Hurnham said it right. When you're 40, you know nothing's happening after 12 a.m. Most grown people in the house. This guy has been radicalized. This is somebody who probably didn't have nothing going on with his life and needed something to be attached to. I don't consider him an American. He could be from here. He could be foundational Black American, whatever you want to call him. This is homegrown terrorist. You know what I mean? I look at him just as well as look at the Ku Klux Klan, alt-right, or any group that wants to promote hate or division amongst people, when we need to come together and fight and combat inflation and poverty. That's our real issue. And poverty, inflation, this color and race thing, which is an underlining issue, is just more thing. Hey fam, you 40 doing this, what's up? Like, do you have somebody to talk to? You know what I mean? This is the thing why you gotta intervene in some of these people's lives. When you see your homeboy slipping or he backshotting, we gotta think of the life he might affect later. I always think that. Me, I'm the person who's dropping dimes on people if I know you on something crazy. I'm calling police, I'm testifying, I'm pointing fingers out. I might even do you in myself. If I know you say, I'm about to go run a blitz over there. Oh, you about to go do what? Oh, okay. Hold on. Huh? And then call police and go to jail.
Now, but shout out to King Rooster. That's also in the building. He said, Ronnie, he said something here. He said, King Rooster said something. He said, get ready to suit up. Ronnie Ron, martial law is coming next. I think so too. And not only that, but this also was breaking news too. They said a Cybertruck exploded right at Trump Towers in Las Vegas. they find it to be intentional, and they say it might be connected to the same thing that happened in Bourbon
I got to
Street.
be on that too, Ronnie. We'll play it. Go ahead and play it. Go ahead and play it. Since you talk about go ahead and play it, because some rumors say that they're kind of connected too.
Yeah, exactly.
So
That's what they're saying.
So go ahead, play that too, and then we'll put it into the segment as well.
All right, hold on.
And I shout out to the lovely Supreme Goddess PhD, but that's also in the building.
Whoa!
Happy New Year's. Yeah, but martial law is definitely coming. But go ahead, play that clip.
Queen Diva's in here?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord.
And I'm going to caution you, we are following this developing story. We want to be clear that we do not know anything that ties what I'm about to say, that story, to what we've been talking about in New Orleans. This is just a separate story that we're learning about. Authorities are investigating a vehicle fire outside the Trump International Hotel in Las Vegas that left one person dead, injured several others. We believe the vehicle in question is a Cybertruck. At a press conference this afternoon, authorities did not have any information on the cause of that fire. They said they have many unanswered questions. Here's some of what they said moments ago.
I know you're looking for a lot of answers, and ideally right now we just don't have a lot of answers. We're going to continue to work as hard as we can over the next 24 to 48 hours.
NBC News correspondent Emily Aketa is following this story and joins me now. So, Emily, we played that soundbite. What else do we know at this point about what happened in Las Vegas?
So I'll start with just kind of underscoring the outstanding questions at this point. There are still so many unknowns around the circumstances of the vehicle fire, including was this mechanical, accidental, intentional? Authorities would not weigh in on that. But we know that fire and police in Las Vegas responded to the valet section just outside, as you can see on your screen, of the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas. That's on the northern end of the Las Vegas Strip, to a vehicle fire. The fire has since been put out, but they are encouraging people to avoid the area. We learned from authorities moments ago that 7 people sustained minor injuries, some transported to the hospital, and one person who had been in that Cybertruck, they did die. Now, looking at various videos posted to social media, you can see smoke billowing into the sky from a distance away. You can see the flames on your screen right there as well. Some people on social media describing hearing loud sounds and types of explosions, but we're still waiting for more information, and authorities say they expect to be able to share more information in the coming hours. It appears that it was, again, seeing on your screen, a Cybertruck. That is one of the newer vehicles from Tesla, Elon Musk's company. We know Elon Musk does have a position in the incoming administration under Donald Trump in his presidential administration, Kate.
All right. And Emily, what have we heard? Have we heard anything from the Trump organization since that was outside a Trump hotel?
So the Trump organization, as well as Donald Trump's son, Eric Trump, posting to social media saying they acknowledge the electric vehicle fire, also writing in part, the safety and well-being of our guests and staff remain our top priority. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to the Las Vegas Fire Department and local law enforcement. The FBI is now also involved with this. Also, the governor acknowledging that they are monitoring the situation as well. But still a rapidly developing situation, Kate, with so many unanswered questions. But you can understand the concern given the timing and the location of this.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.
Yeah, but as you can see, it's some form of connection. But right there, but let's get some shout out to some people. Shout out to Stan right now watching us on IG. Shout out to Shay Shay watching us on IG. Shout out to Beautiful B watching us on IG, and shout out to Nick the Magnificent watching us right now on IG. Go ahead, Hakeem. You was gonna say something.
Hey, Dialogues, how I lost 50%. I gotta earn that back, baby.
Dialogue also say he been at that hotel before. I never been at that hotel. I used to go buy it every time I used to go to Vegas, but I never actually spent a night there. It's a pretty nice hotel, but at the same time, now a lot of people say though the situation that happened over there by Trump Towers and also Bourbon Street, they all have some form of connection because also pretty much they happen at around the same time, I believe so.
Yeah.
No, because Bourbon was at midnight. And I think after midnight, I think that went that bomb went out over there in Trump Tower. So they say it seemed like it's all connected. Even Elon Musk also made a quote on X on Twitter. He mentioned the fact that he apparently think it was a terrorist attack, like a form of terrorism, because it happened so pretty much at the same time. So that's why he said it to be a terrorist attack. Not only that, but remember that's his vehicle. It's under Tesla, so it doesn't look good for his brand. So he's gonna stand behind his brand and say, hey, this is unusual. Our brand don't have nothing to do with it. This seemed like pretty much an act of terrorism. Now Turo is gonna be in trouble because Turo allowed this guy to get that vehicle even though his license was suspended.
Right.
That didn't look good for Turo because even though they know it was a sure app, everybody knows that it has to be Turo. So that's gonna be a strong investigation. Going to be like, hey, how this guy was able to get this vehicle when his license is suspended? You're not supposed to be able to get no form of vehicle, especially on Turo, if your license is suspended. So they're gonna do a deep dive on that because that's why I say this case here is not gonna stop because remember we getting ready for the Super Bowl that's supposed to be happening in February, but this situation here has now got a lot of people alarmed and a lot of red flags going on. So I know we're gonna sit back and relax, and not only that, also wait till more information come out. But this is like to me a form of a terrorist attack, and it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good at all for Americans at all. So especially while we about to head into this presidency, uh, pretty much presidency getting ready to transition. What in 2 weeks? Trump is gonna be in office, so it doesn't look good, man. Go right ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, man. We're reading more information and everything. I'm more like it's a terrorist attack because you look at his background. His name is Shadun Din Jabbar. He's I figure he's Middle Eastern. Also with the U.S. Army, he's a former vet and everything. To me, we should another red flag because there's some veterans, like I said, who's been in the Army and everything. They love their country, they love America, they love the United States and everything. But, after maybe 10, 15 years, they're out, out of the Army or in the military and everything, and they see how, how they look at society, and how, and sometimes they think of how society should be, It could come from trauma from in the Army, losing people, whatever, or things like that, was so such and everything. So, and I feel like he's the type of person who will join some type of organization. It could be ISIS or somebody else, to try to change somebody like, we should do better as a country. Also make a type of statement, which, him going to the Bourbon Street and, taking away people's lives and everything. And I'm pretty sure that, like I said, I believe he's not the only one involved. I think there's more people involved. Hakeem Ronnie. I think there's a lot more people. Do I feel like, they had, he said, Jordan, his name is who? His name is Shamdur Din Jabbar.
Yeah, it's foreign.
Yeah, he's foreign. Yeah,
Hey.
Shamdur Din Jabbar.
It's hard to pronounce it. I didn't mean to pronounce it.
I wanted to comment on what PH Diva said. I said, PH Diva, Toro won't rent your car if you have a suspended license. We need to also think, what if somebody had rented it for him?
That's why I was telling Dialogue, because Dialogue say no, Toro is not held responsible. It's not gonna be held accountable. I disagree because they were not supposed to give him that car if his license is suspended. Not only that, under Turo, I don't know if y'all ever used Turo before. If you look under Turo, they ask you if you go add another driver, he still got to present another license.
Yeah.
So if it's two drivers. Exactly, you gotta have. In fact, Jordan, you got to show pictures. So how did he was able to get the car?
Yeah.
Someone's gonna be held accountable for it, regardless of the fact. But it was under Turo's app. That's why I say that's why they're gonna be held accountable. Under I think PhD would say wrongly death suit. So that's wrongful death. So that's a big lawsuit. Now that Bashar Tonight that's also in the building. So I'm just curious because Dialogue say they won't be held accountable. I want to know. Go ahead. What PhD even said?
Yeah, she said.
Could have converted to Islam,
Change it.
Yeah, I think he probably did it after the Army. He probably did it after the Army. But yeah, we're gonna have, like I said, the FBI, they're gonna do this job, so they're definitely gonna do a deep dive, and we're gonna learn a lot more information for this man. And also, since it could be a possible terrorist attack, well, I know when Trump's going in office, he's gonna find out. He's gonna find out ASAP, and
Of
he's gonna
course.
destroy it immediately. Because you come to Trump, Trump is a big bad body card. When it comes to other countries trying to get at us, trying to mess with us, he's on the ASAP. So I think when Trump's coming to office, we ain't gotta worry about. I mean, we should be worried, but we want the president to take care of it as swiftly as possible, because since it happened in New Orleans, they had to postpone the Super Bowl, and then Super Bowl is gonna be there a month away. So I know, since that happened in New Orleans, I definitely the city of New Orleans to make sure they're gonna have maximum security when it comes to that event. And I know they probably gonna hire people, FBI, Homeland Security, to make sure when it comes to that Super Bowl event, nobody playing around. So yeah, we'll just see what more information come about this guy.
No, but Jabari said I've been in the car with him with his license suspended, but that's cap. You know what I'm saying? See, that was years ago. That was like Jabari's capping. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, even if his license was suspended, he knew he was gonna get reinstated the next day. This guy's license been suspended for a very long time. So it's like, to me, it's just a dangerous game when you deal with Turo and all these. But I'm telling you, they're gonna do some deep. The FBI don't play with stuff like that. They don't. Homeland Security and the FBI, they're gonna do a deep dive investigation on this. It's probably gonna take them about a week for them to bring everything out. They don't play with stuff like that. Seriously, especially on President Trump. President Trump, his tower almost got attacked. You think they're gonna? You think they're gonna sleep at night? Hell no. Nah.
Yeah.
But I'm just curious if Turo allow people to get licenses when it's suspended. I'm just curious, because I know they're very strong on that, but who knows?
Yeah, we'll come back to this topic in the future. Like once if the FBI